What is going on, my people? It is your UK Troller brother, Dr. Blick, the darkest man around, and I'll be talking about the 3 different types of devil fruits in One Piece. And also, I'll also be putting my overall thoughts and opinions about the strongest devil fruit in One Piece, in my opinion. So, get your fried chicken, get your Kool-Aid, and sit them cheeks down, because you definitely know, I'll be going ham on this video. So, without further ado, let me just get on with this. So, when it comes to One Piece, there is 3 different types of devil fruits, if you did not know. And what I mean, if you did not know, this is more catering to the people that have just started early on, or to the people that have never seen One Piece. So it's best for me to just give you a little bit of a breakdown, a rough outline in what a devil fruit is and what a devil fruit does. So when taking a bite out of a devil fruit, it gives you 3 different types of abilities, or 1 or 3 different types of abilities. Number 1, the Paramecia. Number 2, the Logia. And number 3, the Zoan. So when taking a bite out of a devil fruit, it gives you 1 of those 3 abilities. Say for example, I ate the Gum fruit. I will be able to stretch, and I'll be the only one that will have that ability. So say if anyone else takes a bite of a devil fruit, they are not going to have the same bite. They're not going to have the same ability, not bite. They're not going to have the same ability as I do. The only way someone else can get my ability is if I die and for the devil fruit to resurface later on down the line. They never specify how long it takes for it to resurface, but the devil fruit will resurface again so that someone else can take a bite. So the devil fruit is just a constant thing that is there in One Piece. I don't really think they'll explain the origins of it. It's just a thing that has just always been there in One Piece. So for the most part, take a bite out of one devil fruit, you get an ability, you'll be the only one with that ability until you die for someone else to take over the power that you have. So why don't you just have 2? You guys may be wondering. Why don't you just eat 2? The reason why you cannot eat 2, because no one can eat 2 devil fruits. Eat 2, you die. No one can eat 2 devil fruits in One Piece. Eat 2, you die. And that is not really a con, because you only need 1. Anyway, you don't need 2 necessarily. But let's go on to the hardcore negatives. Not really hardcore, but it's the negatives about having a devil fruit. Number 1, you cannot swim in seawater. And being a pirate in One Piece, water is always going to be around you, especially seawater. It's always going to be around you. And the Marines use that to take that as an advantage to make a thing called Sea Prison Stone. And Sea Prison Stone pretty much neuralizes, pretty much weakens the devil fruit user. It's like kryptonite to Superman, makes his body weak, makes him lose all his power. And in One Piece, that is the consequence you take. That is the consequence you take for eating a devil fruit. So that right there is the rough outline of what a devil fruit does. You can only have 1 devil fruit. You can only eat 1 devil fruit. There's someone that has 2 in One Piece, but I'm not going to really tell you why and how he got 2. You're going to have to go and watch the series for him to find out that he has 2. And if someone comments down in the comment section below who it is, I'm breaking your cheeks in half. So no one put spoilers, please. No one, please. Okay, so do the seriousness, please. Do not put spoilers. I want everyone to enjoy One Piece when they get around to it. But anyways, that is a rough breakdown in what a devil fruit is. So now on to the main course, the different types of devil fruit. What this video was truly about, the different types of devil fruits in One Piece. So let me just start off with the Paramecia. The Paramecia pretty much enables you to get some sort of special power. And when I mean special power, all of these powers are pretty special, but this one is the most hacks out of all of them. You got people like Bartolomeo who can pretty much make barriers just by crossing his fingers. He can make a barrier just by crossing his fingers and wrap a barrier around his fist. He can pretty much make barriers, he can make barriers. And then you got Luffy, who has the ability to stretch and use his ability in all sorts of different ways, like you see in the anime or you've seen in AMVs. You can see how he uses his ability. That ability is not really hacks, but it's still a Paramecia. Then you got Law, who can do surgery, who can rip out people's heart, switch people's souls, make a room has moves called injection shot, gamma knife, shambles. He can teleport. Hacks ability. Like they are more paramecias than any type of Devil Fruit in One Piece. There are more paramecias than any type, in my opinion. There are more paramecias. Okay, it's not really in my opinion. It's kind of a fact that there are more paramecias in One Piece. And then you got people like Sugar. By the touch, you literally turn into a toy, and everybody forgets that you even existed. So, for example, those different types of people are paramecias, and you roughly get more of an understanding when I get to the other types, so you can detect what is a paramecia and what is a Zoan / Logia. So on to Logia. Logia people have the ability to turn themselves into an element. So for example, Ace can turn himself into fire, Smoker can turn himself into smoke, Crocodile can turn himself into sand, and so on and so forth. Blackbeard can turn himself, he can't really turn himself to darkness, but Blackbeard's fruit is in a special case, and watching the anime gives you a better understanding of Blackbeard's fruit. But I don't want to get into that because I don't want to confuse you guys on what Blackbeard can do. But anyways, those are the Logias. So on to the Zoan types. Zoan types are the people that have the ability to turn themselves into something. So for example, Zoans like Rob Lucci, who can turn himself into a leopard type of form, who can turn himself into a leopard and go half leopard, half human form. So for example, they can pretty much transform into either an animal or a mythical creature, or even like Chopper, who can transform himself for the most part into a human sort of thing, or not really human, he has a human form, if you know what I mean. So you can transform for the most part. So those are the 3 different types of Devil Fruit users. And if you were to ask me which one is the strongest, I will automatically say the Paramecia, because it has the more hacks abilities. Me, when I first started, I would obviously say the Logia, because I would be like, oh, you can't hit them because they can just separate themselves and turn themselves into an element. They can turn themselves into something. They can pretty much are impossible to hit. But ever since they introduced Haki, it pretty much cancelled how powerful. Okay, they still are powerful, but you're pretty much able to hit them if you have Haki. But as a whole, it doesn't really matter what Devil Fruit you have, because you can have ability like Law, who I feel who has the best Devil Fruit in One Piece. You got, these are the 3 Devil Fruits I feel are the best. You got Law, Opi Opi no Mi, you got the Gora Gora no Mi, you got the Yami Yami no Mi. Those 3 Devil Fruits I feel are the best Devil Fruits in One Piece. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because it depends how creative you are with your ability, and it depends how strong your Haki game is. But as a whole, I want to know what you guys think about this video as a whole. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. I want to know what Devil Fruit is your favorite, what Devil Fruit you think is the best, what is your favorite Devil Fruit, or what Devil Fruit would you have if you could have it in One Piece. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, because this has been the UK Chocolate Brother, Dr. Blick, the darkest man around. And it is time for me to put down that fried chicken and the Kool-Aid and wrap up this video. So please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please if you enjoy this video, and yeah, this UK Chocolate Brother will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye! Work.